haere mai, welcome back to the New Zealand Secondary School Championships for Olympic weightlifting here at the Porirua Barbell Club in Porirua in the capital city of Te Whanganui Atara. It's a beautiful sunny day here in the Pōneke, and I'm joined here by Matt Rayner for our session 6 and day 2 of the Olympic Weightlifting Nationals for secondary school for the women's 81 plus. How's it going, Matt?
Moriora, brother, it's awesome. As you said, it's a beautiful day here. Kia koutou, kua wakarongo mai, tēnei te mihi aha kia koutou, no mai, uki mai, kia ora.
So what we've currently got now is the announcement for all of our weightlifters today. And we'll just quickly go through the list. We've got Mary Tonga from One Tree College, Molly King from Whanganui Girls College, Arabella Mululumu Latu from Avondale College, Felicity Beatson from Te Ote Kuru Punamu. We believe that's from Tauranga, you were saying before, Matt.
Yeah, Te Aho Te Kura Pounamu, yeah, I think it's up in Tauranga.
Yeah.
I know Felicity's mum. Kia ora Felicity's mum.
Always good to do a shout out. And we've got Vessi from One Tree Hill College. There we go, that's a bit of a mouthful. Ramsey Edwards from Orere College. Michaela Sula from Hutt Valley High School. Jalen Sua from Epsom Girls Grammar. Brooke Gallagher from Sancta Maria College. Francis Spies from Hastings Girls High School. And Ayla Nelson from Avondale College. And those are all of our lifters who are competing today. They are all in the over 81 category, over 81 kilos that is. And we have 3 under 15s, and all of the rest are over 15, which means it's going to be a very competitive session. A few people will be battling it out by the looks of it for second, third and first. And we've just got our officials coming out onto the papa, the floor. And they'll be getting introduced. So we'll have 3 referees who will be each in their own different spot to be able to watch the lifters, make sure that everything is being done according to the rule book. And we've got a couple of marshals for out back as well. So Matt, give us a rundown of your background. I'm going to be calling you my technical mentor and expert for the day.
Well, I'm based in Wanganui, so one of my lifters is in this section as well, Molly King. So she's a young lady from the Awa, and she'll be competing later on. She's got big hopes and dreams for her weightlifting career, and her mum and dad are proudly watching on from the crowd as well. But from Wanganui, been coaching Olympic weightlifting for a long time now, and it all started with my daughter. So my daughter is a weightlifter, and like as a dad and as a male, there's not too much that we have in common with teenage girls. Yep. But I found something special I could bond with my daughter, and it was lifting a barbell. So I coached, she trained, and she was one of the New Zealand weightlifters that went to New Caledonia. So she was an awesome weightlifter. She gave it up, unfortunately, but I've got more kids I can sort of coerce into a barbell. So yeah.
Fantastic. So you're having a good Father's Day then?
Absolutely. Started with the awesome breakfast and beautiful weather here in Porirua. So what a better way to finish with some weightlifting as well.
Yeah, man, it's especially awesome in honour of your daughter, who obviously went very well in her Olympic weightlifting career. Such an awesome thing to see so many young ladies competing. It's such an empowering sport for them to feel strong, powerful, and really cool to see.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a doubt. Like even reflecting when I was growing up too, strength sport was kind of the domain of a rugby player or definitely a male-dominated sport anyway. And now, look at that. There's a whole weight room full of young women who are celebrating strength and have a chance to show it off in front of their families. So it's a beautiful movement to watch.
And it's not only just the people here at the Porirua Barbell Club here in Pōneke, it's also to everyone back home who's currently watching Whakata Māori on the Māori Active. So massive shout out to Whakata Māori for sponsoring the New Zealand Secondary Schools competition. Also to Caltex Pure Athletic and New Zealand Carbon Farming for all doing a massive contribution to the sponsorship of the New Zealand Sports Collective. We're just going to be jumping to a quick ad break, and we'll be back with you for our first session, which is the Hikitahi, the Snatch, and we'll be back very, very shortly. Kia hoki, wawe mai.
Moriora.
This isn't about cameras. It's about getting a better shot, so you can get a better result. A great photo of your property is more important than a picture of our agent.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Ladies and gentlemen, this downtown apartment is the perfect first property. Our vendors have a new baby, they're moving on, so we're selling this today. Do I have any more bids? One bid here, thank you. I've got a bid there. We've got one more here. Yes, we have one more bid. We have a bid here. Do we have any more final bids?
This isn't about just selling one property. It's about getting a better result for our clients, so we can help them with their next property, the one after that, and the one after that.
Kia ora toto, welcome back. My name's Devin Glover and you are here at the New Zealand Secondary School Championships at the Porirua Barbell Club in Te Whanganui Tara, and we are just under 4 minutes away from starting the hikatahi, the snatch session for our women's over 81 kilos in group session 6. It is the last session of the weekend for the Olympic Weightlifting New Zealand Secondary School Championships. We've been having an epic weekend so far. I've seen some national records get broken, some huge PBs coming out, and overall just a really awesome atmosphere. So massive kudos to all the volunteers and all of the organisers who have done an epic background work in getting this all started. I'm joined here by Matt Rayner, and Matt, tell us a little bit about how the day is going to be running for the snatch and the clean and jerk.
Awesome, and you saw a little bit of a video there of backstage, and I've got goosebumps. You can probably see them on my arm now. Just knowing the vibe and what it feels like, smells like, it sounds like backstage, and a lot of those girls have put in months and hours of just grinding away at a barbell. There's no secret formula, man. It's just time with the bar, with your coach, and practice, and it's all coming down to this last 4 minutes before they jump on stage. But how this one will go, they start with the hikitahi. The hikitahi, we're going to lift it one time, snatch the bar. So the bar is going to go from the ground to directly overhead in one smooth, fast, violent, aggressive movement. And we're going to start with Mary Tonga, and she's coming up with 35 kgs. But as you can see there, all the girls there are going through their pre-warm-up routine, making sure that they peak physically, mentally, spiritually when their time's called to come onto the platform.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive thing to see some of these lifters coming out, and especially because with the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships, you don't have to qualify to get here. It is one of those competitions where you can just come in and lift, and even if it's your first time lifting. And so some of them will be their first time on the papa, the floor, and others will be seasoned athletes, and they will be potentially building themselves or already qualified for the senior or junior national championships for Olympic weightlifting at the end of the year, last weekend of November, I believe it is.
Yep.
Have you got yourself any athletes going to that one?
Possibly. We're still going to attempt to qualify, but there's this environment. And I'm loving how Weightlifting New Zealand, and even us having this conversation on Whakata Māori as well, how the level of performance is increasing for weightlifting. Right? This is such an awesome taste of a high-performance competition that our secondary school kids get exposed to. So when they do jump into the nationals, it's not a shock and all. They've been on the big stage. They've had lights and cameras at them. So it's an awesome taster to one day get to nationals. And a lot of these girls, if they haven't already, will get to nationals.
Yeah, and it's a huge feat to get to nationals. You, as a youth athlete, you need to be able to get yourself a D grade total. So that's the combined of the hikitaki and the hikirua, your snatch and clean and jerk, the total number. And then to get to the senior national grade, which is anyone over the age of 20, they need to have a C grade total. So some of these girls will probably get themselves a C grade total or already have, and then others will be going for that D grade total, or they're just here to get on the floor and get themselves a new PB or their first competition total, which is a pretty cool event in itself.
Absolutely. There's already some games going backstage with coaches changing their opening lifts. Miri Tonga no te kore o te One Tree Hill College is now going second because Francis is up with 38. But you're right, but even looking at our athletes backstage, they obviously represent a club and their coaches and their family, but on their chests they have their kura name, so everyone back at their kura is also watching and cheering them on and hoping that they do a good event.
And it's awesome to have Whakata Māori sponsoring the event so that everyone can at home be able to watch. Yesterday we had some people watching from the Gold Coast supporting from over in Australia, so it's a real opportunity that the technical age. We're actually getting a barbell change again, so we've got 40 kilos being put on the bar, so we're definitely having some games being played out back.
Begin.
This is very common in the weightlifting scene or the hikimaitai scene. The athletes can have up to 3 changes, I believe, before the starting weight. So, but it looks like Mary is ready to go on the side of the stage for her first opening lift at 40 kilos. Very common for chalking up before getting onto the bar, making sure they got enough grip. That is a good lift. 2 whites out of 3. So Matt, did you want to explain to the viewership on what the white lights and the red lights mean?
Absolutely. So you saw behind Mary on this on the TV there with 3 bars. 2 of them were white, 1 was red, and you can't see on the screen, but in front of Mary sits 3 refs. So the 3 refs will be and there they are right now. They've got a button in their hand, and they can either give it a good, a white, or a bad lift, red. And to be a successful lifter, you need 2 of the 3 white.
So we still have 40 kilos on the bar for Michaela from Hutt Valley High School. Hutt Valley High School is here in Te Whanganui Atara, my local school actually. Nicely done. Looks good to me. Do the referees agree? That is
All
a
3
good
agree
lift.
with you.
That's fantastic. So yeah, I was a Hutt Valley High School alumni.
Nice.
Many years ago.
Francis Spies coming up. No Te Koroa Hastings Girls High, opening with 40 kgs.
Good composure in the bottom of that lift.
3 from 3. Well done.
Little fist pump in the back there with the coach. You can see here on the replay, holds it nicely at the bottom and then make sure she's nice and stable before getting to the top of the bar. Very wide grip, quite long arms, so everybody's mechanics are slightly different, so their setups will all be very different. But there isn't really a right way to lift, is there?
Nah, and as you said, everyone's body is different, so it's the way that's most efficient for you, most comfortable for you, but more importantly, the one that gets you those white flags.
Yep. And that's probably the only time that you can have I wouldn't call it an incorrect lift, but a technically faulted lift, if you're not meeting the requirements of the rules of the event. And we have some of the best refereeing here in New Zealand.
100%.
And so if you can get a lift here, you'll probably be able to get a lift in most places.
Yeah, and if you're watching at home and wondering what constitutes a good lift, because they got it over their head, the refs will be watching their arms. So when they snatch it overhead and when they lift it overhead, their arms have to be locked out with no pressing of the arms or no rebend of the arms either. So one fluid hikitahi movement.
And then we've got Frances. Looks like she will be lifting in succession of herself. 42 kilos has been loaded onto the bar. And she seems to be happy with that weight. She would have had the option to make another change if needed, but has decided to stick with 42 and go from there. Here we go for the second attempt.
Beautiful. Again, 3 white lights. Norte Tairāwhiti representing the East Coast. Well done.
It was a fantastic lift. Good composure, nice patience. Pushed a little bit down into that one, but she rode it down quite nicely. Little smile at the end there.
she knew she had it.
Yeah.
So did her coach in the background, Iago. Good man.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing the community of the coaches. Seems that everybody knows everybody
Absolutely.
in the weightlifting community.
Yep.
And if you're brand new to it, you get welcomed in with wide open arms.
Yeah, everyone wants to see the sport grow, so everyone volunteers, either transport, food, coaching, reffing.
Now we've got Mary coming in for her second attempt of the hikatahi. .45 kilos on the tupeka.
Well done.
Nicely done.
Nice work, Mary.
Quick turnover going from the pull into the receive.
Happy lifter, happy coach.
I thought it was happy wife, happy life.
That's the golden rule.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice overhead strength in her lift. She'll be happy with that one. We've got 45 kilos staying on the bar for Michaela's second attempt from Hutt Valley High School.
I suspect there is no lift. And again, if we get a replay of that one, you'll see what we're looking for in this snatch is a lockout straight away with those elbows, and we might see it here, a bit of a press out. Yeah, particularly with that right elbow. Very decent lift, and she's going to keep 45 kgs on. She's going to have a bit of a break, and then Frances will come out right now.
This will be France's third and final attempt for the hikatahi.
Well done. Big smile.
Held that very well.
And the refs agree.
You notice that even though one of her arms was a bit straighter than the other and one had a slight bend, because they stayed in the same position, it allowed her to get the good lift, whereas she had tried to straighten that right arm through the lift. That would have given her no lift. So very good body awareness, holding it in place.
Becomes relevant when you're an old guy like me.
Yeah.
The elbows don't quite fully lock out.
My elbow just doesn't want to behave whenever I lift. Just one. Right, here goes Michaela for her third and final attempt.
Nice, that looked good.
Very nicely done.
And the refs agree. Well done.
It's great to see. Always good to see someone come back from a no lift before
Absolutely.
and come back out and nail it.
Yeah. She had it. She knew what she did. She knew
Yeah.
what she had to fix and sorted it out backstage. Well done.
Shows real athlete maturity, being able to come back from a loss like that and then coming back in and saying, right, I'm gonna smash it. It can really throw athletes' mental game.
Oh, 100%. This is character building because everyone was watching one person, you.
Yeah.
And you didn't get it. It's
Yeah.
good character. Can you take that loss, go backstage, sort it out, and then come back and do it?
We've got Alia now from Avondale College. 47 kilos on the bar for her whakamoto tuatahi. There seems to be a slight pause, but we are good to go. Very smooth.
Nice speed. Well done.
Yeah, it's a strong power snatch, that one.
Yeah, I imagine we'd see a bit of a jump out of Aaliyah after that. Very strong first attempt.
Yeah. We've got Molly up next with the opener of 48 kilos. There's a little bit of, quite a few people around that 48 kilo mark, so we're getting a bit of a bar jam going on.
I think there's going to be some games going on backstage with coaches.
Yeah.
Molly King, Mai Te Awa Tupua Wanganui. Mo Te Tai Huauru. She's coming out of Wanganui Girls College.
You got Arabella as well, who's on 48, so she'll be up next as long as Molly nails this lift. Epic lifting suit. Nicely done. Referees are happy.
You saw Molly take one step forward there, and according to the rules of weightlifting, you've got a 4x4 meter platform that you lift on, and you can walk around, you can dance around, you can skip as much as you like, as long as you don't go outside of that 4x4 meter platform.
And you keep those arms locked above the head at the
Absolutely.
same time. That's the hardest part. If the bar decides to take you for a walk, you've got to keep those arms
Still got to
locked.
keep it up.
There's a lot of mobility in the shoulders needed for that.
This next lifter, Arabella from Avondale College with 48. Wow.
And that is a great hiki tuatahi first lift of the day.
Very, very strong.
So for an opening lift for a lifter, Matt, how would you explain to the watchers back home on how you would choose your opening lift?
Well, for both the snatch, the hikitahi, and the clean and jerk, the hikirua, you get 3 attempts at both lifts. But your overall goal is to get a total. And to get a total, you need at least one successful snatch, one successful clean and jerk. So you have to put in a little bit of strategy around what weight you choose for your first, second, and third attempts. You want your first attempt to be decent, something that's competitive, but you also want to make sure you can get it. To lock it in, get one on the board. So it's a bit of a balance between something safe and something still competitive.
So you're not going to throw a big PB on for your first lift?
Probably not, but I've seen some people swing for the fences and then get it on their third attempt, and a big sigh of relief from coaches backstage.
Yeah, it's always hard watching someone miss the first two, but it's
yeah.
always good to see the third one come home. We've got Brooke coming up from Santa Maria College for her first attempt at 50 kilos.
Strong.
Very nice.
Karawe Modi or Brooke, beautiful. Yeah, as you mentioned before, there's going to be a bit of a log jam here at the 50, 51 to 55 kg attempts. There's going to be coaches backstage playing games right now.
Trying to figure out when they're going to put their lifter on and
give them a little bit more rest, all of that. Yep.
A couple of you might be a little bit worried about the shoulders on a lift like that, but losing behind, as long as athletes being taught correctly on how to drop the bar as much as it is about teaching them how to lift the bar. And it looks like she understood what to do. As soon as you start to lose it behind, let go, step forward.
Absolutely. Keep yourself safe. And people watching that usually train in maybe a commercial and looking at these funny, weird plates on the end of the barbell, coloured things. But they're made out of different material than the traditional metal or iron plates. They're made out of kind of like a rubber. So when you do drop them, it will bounce.
Yeah.
Won't break the floor, won't break the bar.
As long as the floor's made correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we got 50 kilos still on the bar for Molly's second attempt at her hikatahi.
Good work, Molly.
Nicely done. A little bit of a lasher technique there with the dynamic bar roll.
Absolutely. Yep. One of the important things about attempting to lift the bar is the routine that comes with it as well. So you'll see a lot of these athletes do the exact same thing every single time they lift the bar, whether it's they tighten their hair in a certain way, right foot, left foot.
Little dance at the start.
Little dances.
Little finger shakes.
Little stomp.
Sometimes I don't even need the chalk in my hand. I just do it as a calming procedure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Eat the clock up.
Mm-hmm.
Miritonga, One Tree Hill College with 50 kgs.
So it's third and final attempt of the hikatahi.
Slightly forward.
Sounded like she clipped the knee on the way past.
Yeah, it did sound like it brushed a bit hard.
Yeah.
That's the thing about weightlifting. This is a sport of millimetres. And when you aggressively lift that bar, it has to land like beautifully in the right space over your centre of gravity. 1 centimetre forward, you'll lose it forward. 1 centimetre behind, you'll lose it behind.
Yeah, definitely looked in that replay like it clipped her a little bit.
Yeah, because it looked like it landed in the right spot, didn't it?
It was a really nice lift, and the centre of gravity was right.
Absolutely.
Just lost it forward.
This is Leah from Avondale College, third and final. Good job.
Very nice. Good recovery as well from losing it behind, because that can be quite an intimidating thing for a lifter.
Absolutely, yeah.
And quite often when a lifter loses it backwards, you'll notice they then lose it forward because they underthrow.
Overcompensate, yeah. But she did well. She, again, we're talking about that character building for rangatahi, for our youth. She lost it behind, went backstage, had a kiss, cuddle with the coach, sorted out a strategy, came and just absolutely smashed 50 kgs.
Yeah.
Well done, Aaliyah.
Such an impressive snatch. 50 kilos is a big marker for the female lifters.
Absolutely, yeah. This is Arabella with 51 kgs, second attempt at snatch. Wow.
That was quick. I think we found our Lightning McQueen of the session.
I can imagine we're going to see a big jump from Arabella.
Got 51 being loaded onto the bar, or staying at 51 on the bar. It'll be interesting to see if she decides to stay at 51 or will go up a little bit.
Yeah, last lift looked not easy, but looked like she had a lot left in the tank too. So we'll see what the coach does backstage. We're still to see 4 lifters for our snatch to do their first attempt at hikatahi. And her coach did go up. Well done.
Go. Yeah, 3 to 4 kilos seems to be a common jump in the. They've gone to 51 again. What's going? Okay.
Yeah, but you're not wrong. 3 to 4
Yeah.
kgs. 5 seems to be a bit of a bigger jump.
Yeah.
But around that 1, 2, 3, 4 is a good area to play.
We saw a 10 kilo jump in the last session,
which
was pretty impressive. I think they were
successful?
going for just shy, not the clean up, but just missed out on the jerk, which was pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Just for the pure fact that they were jumping 10 kilos for their third and final attempt.
Yeah. The thing I love about the sport as well is 52 is on the bar now, and 52 kgs is 52 kgs to anyone that lifts it. It's a great equaliser. When you look at these girls lifting 52, it's 52 kgs.
Yeah.
You know exactly what that feels like.
That is a lot of potatoes.
It's a lot of carbs.
This is a small human being. All right, here's Brooks' second attempt at 53 kilos.
Hard luck.
Just lost it forward a little bit there in that lift by the looks of things.
Yeah. Well, as we said, with it's 53 kgs, holding it over the top of your head at the bottom of a squat, and then standing it up. It's a big ask. Oh, she had it too.
Yeah. Just needed to push. Looked like maybe the hips just needed to go forward a little bit
Yeah.
more.
She got a decent amount of height on it.
You've got to have such good overhead mobility for
100%.
a snatch, and
Yeah.
also hip mobility, ankle mobility. Everything comes into play. It's not just a single joint movement. It's
Not at all.
everything in play.
This is Molly from Wanganui. The third and final snatch attempt at 53. 2 successful lifts so far. This will be her third and final. That was an interesting change up in technique there. Molly was attempting a split jerk footwork snatch.
I've only seen that a couple of times been pulled out in competition. I see it quite a lot on the masters athletes who don't have the hip mobility to get into the full squat.
Might be something with Molly's hips will be interesting to see what happens in the clean and jerks. Yeah, it is a master's technique, and I can tell you as an old man.
Might be an automatic subconscious thing that came out on
To
with her
protect
as well
the hip,
when it's heavy.
absolutely.
And we've got Brooke for her third and final attempt at 53 kilos. She's definitely got that one in the tank.
Yeah, I guarantee she'll go back to her home gym and absolutely demolish 53 kgs when she gets back there. But luckily for Brooke, her first attempt at 50 was successful, so she's got one locked in, and she can work her way at the clean and jerk and get a total now.
Yeah, so with the secondary schools championship, they need to get a snatch on the board to be able to get a total at the end of the day. But if they do not manage to get a snatch across the board, they can choose to still compete in the clean and jerk.
Wow.
Easy.
Refs agreed. That was a good lift. Big hug to the coach. Happy smile.
Looks like she's stoked with that lift. That's probably a PB.
Yeah, it looked like a PB smile.
Yeah. Could be one of those weights that has been ever elusive, but they know they can get it, but the brain just doesn't want to work with you. 105 was mine for a long time in the snatch. It's taken me about 2 years to crack it, and I finally did it a couple of weekends ago.
Nice.
I was like, I'm just going to skip it and went to 106.
That's it. It's the cursed number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round numbers quite often have that effect. I was chatting to Richie Wong about it yesterday, and he was saying he quite often gets lifters to skip the
Just
big
go
numbers.
one over it.
Yeah, one under or one over. Here's Vesna for her first attempt at 55 kilos. And this is her hiki tuatahi, her first lift of the day.
Wow. Very, very strong.
That is a strong power. 2 out of 3.
One, and that looked like the left judge. So how the judges are placed, there's one to the left, one to the right, one in the centre, and the one on the right, I think it was, or the left, would have been looking at that left arm. I didn't see anything on the...
There was a very, very subtle press up by the looks
They would
of
have
it
been honing in on
left
that elbow, and that would be the red.
Yeah. Yeah, do not envy the judges or the referees' job, but they do a fantastic, and we wouldn't be able to have the competition without them. So, massive kudos to any referees in the sport.
A lot of our referees double up or triple, quadruple up on jobs as well. Some of the lifters themselves, coaches, and mums and dads that make sandwiches and orange slices for the kids.
Always about the orange slices, eh?
Love a good orange slice.
Yep.
Also, shout out to the boys from Avondale College who are lifting the most of anyone in this session, helping change our weights on the board.
probably the most grueling job in the Olympic weightlifting is the barbell changing. You've got to do
staring
maths
at
as
you,
well.
telling you to hurry up.
Yeah.
You're bent over, your back's hurting.
Yeah. You probably lifted earlier that day or the day before, and you just want to go eat a burger.
No, one more job, lads. One more job.
We appreciate it, though. So we've got 60 kilos loaded onto the bar now. For those who are good at maths and have been lifting at a bar at home, and you're looking at it going, that's 2 20s and a 15-kilo bar. That should be 55 kilos. The collars on the side of the bar actually weigh 2.5 kilos each. A little bit more heavy duty than what you find in your normal gym. So it just makes sure that the bar is nice and stable for all of our lifters. So that is in fact 60 kilos on the bar. So just to make sure that you're not getting too confused. We've got just over a minute till Vesna is to come back out onto the floor. So because she is lifting in succession of herself, she will be, she gets a 2-minute break rather than the 1-minute break, which can be quite handy, but also quite stressful at the same time, especially if you're trying to recover from a big lift beforehand.
This is a 5 kg jump for Vesna. Wow.
Smooth. Very smooth.
It did not look like a 5 kg jump.
It did not, did it?
It was strong.
Yeah. So automatically 61 kilos will get loaded onto the bar for Vesta to lift in succession. I have a feeling after that lift she will be going up. Wouldn't be surprised if she goes for another 5 kilo jump.
Looks like she had 5 left in the tank too. Very fast, very smooth. Quick drop under. We're still to see 3 athletes. We have Felicity from Te Aho or Te Korepounamu, I think in Tauranga. We have Razmi from Aorere College and Jalen from Epsom Girls Grammar, who's currently down to open at 75 kilograms.
And I was correct. Vesna has gone for the 65 kilos, so another 5 kilo jump. So it takes us to Felicity for her first attempt, her whakamoto tuatahi. And she is also asked for 65 kilos, so it will still stay on her as she is the 4th listed lifter, whereas Ramsey is the 6th listed lifter. So both of them will be opening on 65 kilos.
And Felicity will take it.
Didn't quite stabilise that one.
Yeah, she absolutely had it. And she knew it, so you saw it on her face. She'll come out and absolutely demolish this one. Let's have a look at this replay. Nice left, good hips. Yeah, nice position overhead. And slightly forward, eh? Yeah. This is Ramsey from Aorere College with her first snatch at 65 kgs. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of speed in this today's session, eh?
There's a lot of aggression. That was a beautiful lift technically. And good violence, good aggression through it too. Watching the replay, fast through the middle. Oh, and good overhead.
Yeah, it's always
Coach
impressive
agrees.
watching someone lift that much weight and make it look that fast, because technically when you're doing a max out lift, you are moving as fast as you possibly can. But because it's so heavy, it doesn't look like it's going that fast. But these girls are making it look like peanuts.
Absolutely. It's thrown around like an empty barbell. This will be Felicity's second attempt at snatch, and the same weight, 65 kgs.
Very nice. That was a very controlled lift. Good comeback from her first attempt.
She wasn't going to leave any doubt in that second attempt. Not at all.
Now we have Vesna's third and final attempt of the hikitahi.
And you called it, another 5 kg jump.
Love it when I'm right. she's got more in the tank.
She did have. There's a slight press out.
Oh, what a shame. Definitely strong enough to do it.
100%. If we had a fourth attempt, I guarantee she'd get that.
Oh, yeah, the left elbow.
Yep.
And that's why I'm not a judge, because I was going to give that to her.
I'd have two white buttons.
Yeah.
White everyone.
I want to make everybody feel good, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why they put me in the commentating booth, because I'm more of a feel-good man, you know.
I'm usually a cleaner.
Yeah. So we've got 68 kilos now on the bar for Felicity.
This will be Felicity's third and final snatch attempt, and we're still yet to see Jalen from Epsom Girls Grammar. Felicity's coach has gone up, and that will force Ramsey out for 70 kgs from Tamaki Makoto and Old Edi College.
So by the looks of things, if Jalen locks in her opening snatch, it looks like Felicity and Ramsey will be competing for that second place in the snatch at least. We don't know if anything can happen in the Hikirua, the clean and jerk. So it's always good to see a bit of a battle for the podium places.
Absolutely, especially early on in the competition too, with the hikitahi, with the snatch. If you want to do as well as you can here, kind of take the pressure off for their clean and jerk event later on as well.
Exactly.
Wow.
Look at that grin.
That was speed. Coach and all her supporters are happy.
Big hug in the background.
Yeah. And she still has one attempt left for her snatches.
Such a strong receive. Big smile at the end there.
Beautiful.
Just to say, I nailed that.
She
and
knew.
I know you know it.
She knew. Quick look around at the refs.
Yeah. All right, here we go with a 71 third and final attempt for Felicity.
Hey. Nice.
That was beautiful.
Good fight out of the bottom there.
Great bottom
The refs
position.
loved it. Well done. So that locked in her third and final cleaning snatch. She ended with 71. We still have two lifters. Ramsey. She's got 71 so far. I think her coach will be going up. And we still have Jalen from Epsom.
Well, previously we got a 5 kilo jump, and she knows that she's going to be following herself, so there is a chance that there will be a couple of changes to give her a little bit more time for the rest. I believe she has one more change after this if she wants it.
There's a bit of strategy from the coaches backstage trying to get your athlete as much rest as possible. They know every time they go up, that means the bar loaders, the poor lads from Avondale College, have to come out and change the plates. And there we go, it's another change,
Yep.
which means the time pauses, the loaders come out.
And it also goes to Jalen because it's on to 75 kilos.
Good strategy, that's even more rest time. And the girls are loving it backstage, look at them.
Yeah, looks like they've been helping each other out almost.
While the coaches are playing games, they're just loving the comp.
Yeah. A little shaka. Shaka for the girls.
Exactly.
So the question is Jalen going to be staying at 75? She does want more. 78 opener. So that puts Ramsey onto her third and final attempt.
It looks like she is going to take it. She locked in 70 kgs and just fell short of that 75. We have one lifter left, and it's Jalen Suat from Epsom Girls Grammar. She's opening on 78 kgs.
That is a very impressive opening snatch.
Absolutely.
Looks like her head's in the game, ready to roll. There she comes.
She's in the zone. She's ready.
Fantastic crowd here at the Porirua Barbell Club.
Nice, 3 white lights. Refs all loved it.
She didn't look too pleased with herself after that one, but I think she knows she can
Clean it up a little bit more.
clean it a bit more. But
She did not make the 78 look like 78.
no, not at all. Yeah, that was good recovery in the bottom of the snatch there. It was a little bit unstable, but she standing up out of it looked extremely strong. So she now has 2 minutes, and she has 30 seconds, I believe, and before she can decide whether she wants to increase.
The coaches will be watching that clock like hawks.
It's the cool thing about Olympic weightlifting. You can have the coach do all the planning for you, and you just get to turn up and lift.
Your only job is to lift. 6 lifts on the platform and warm up by yourself, but that's why you see so much love between the athlete and the coach as well, because it really is a relationship. There's one person lifting, but it really is a team sport. And then, of course, mum and dad getting you to the event.
Yep. Yeah, I find that quite often I live vicariously through a lot of my athletes.
100%. 100%. 100%. I kind of enjoy coaching in the games you can play and the rivalry between coaches backstage.
We've got 81 kilos being loaded onto the bar for the second attempt of her hikatahi. Question is she stopping there, or is she going to chuck another jump up there just to slow down the clock, maybe an 82 or an 83?
Yeah, I'm going to call it. I reckon she's going up again.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Here we go.
No. Yes. No, stick with your guns, Matt. Yep. She's going up.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be an 82. 4 kilo jump. Yeah, there we go. 82.
Nice.
She wants more. 82 on the bar now, please, loaders.
Gasp from the crowd.
82 on the bar.
So if she's opening, if she's doing 82 on the snatch, what's she going to bring for the clean and jerk? That's always the question.
Such an impressive lift.
That was a lot smoother than her 78. She made it look even lighter.
She did. The 82 is an 82ing.
Yeah. Look at that. Great transition.
Beautiful
under
technique.
the bar.
And she knew she had it too.
Yeah.
It's a good angle. Smooth up. Whack. Fast under. Beautiful lift.
Straight out of the bottom.
Well done, Jalen. And she still has one in the tank too.
Yeah. What are we going to get? So we have 83 kilos loaded on the bar now. We've got till the 1 minute 30 for the declaration of what weight they would like to go to. And then the option to going up 2 more times. So I have a feeling they'll be playing down the clock if they can.
84 on the bar, please, loaders.
Here we go.
First change. Surely the 85. I think she's got it in her.
Me too. I think 85. One of the impressive things about this sport too is that it's an Olympic sport. So these rangatahi are lifting here at the New Zealand Secondary Schools Weightlifting Champ, but there is a clear pathway between where they are lifting now and that Olympic platform.
Yeah.
If you keep lifting like Jalen, putting in the work, you'll end up having a white fern on your chest, a silver fern on your chest one day, and be part of the team.
For a lot of athletes, that is the ultimate goal, right?
Incredible.
Like getting that white fern on.
Yep.
And
85 on the bar now, please, loaders.
there we go. Here's the 85. Yeah, I'm still holding out on getting my silver fern tattoo. One day we'll get that when they get that New Zealand rep.
Yep.
Thank you, loaders. 85 is on the bar.
So just over a minute left on the clock for the final lift of the Hikatahi session in the women's 81 plus. This is and we're going 86.
Wow.
Here we go.
I hear the crowd start to pick up in anxiety.
Yeah,
There's a bit of oohs and ahs going around.
A couple of claps came out. Everyone loves to see someone go for it, eh?
Why not? You've locked in too impressive. Swing for the fences.
Taking the win for the snatch session.
Such an impressive attempt.
Yeah. I mean, definitely got above the head, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So much so it went behind the head.
I think, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's like, as we said earlier, it's a game of centimetres, eh? And this was 1 centimetre behind her centre of gravity. Beautiful lift, a little bit behind, and spat her out the front.
But
it still smiles.
Great technique on getting out of that one so that the safety of the athlete was optimal. So that is the end of the Hikatahi session. That is our snatch session. All lifters have come out onto the board. Mostly green lights across it. Everyone's got themselves a snatch total, so that's great to see. Next up, we have the Hikirua, which is our clean and jerk session. So each lifter goes back to the drawing board and gets themselves 3 lifts each. Quick little shout outs to Caltex, Pure Athletic, New Zealand Carbon Farming, and Whakato Māori for sponsoring the New Zealand Sport Collective and the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships. We are at the Porirua Barbell Club here in Te Whanganui Atara, and this is group session 6 of the women's 81 plus. We will be back very shortly. We're just going to go to a quick ad break. Kia hoke wawe mai. We'll be back shortly.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather.
Kia ora Toto, welcome back. My name's Stephen Glover. I'm here with Matt Rayner at the New Zealand Secondary School Championships at the Porirua Barbell Club. This is Group Session 6 for the Women's 81 Plus here in the capital city, Te Whanganui Atara. Little quick shout out to our sponsors, Caltex, who are wanting to bring feel-good moments to communities, which is why they are proud to partner with the New Zealand Sport Collective. Pure Athletic, who are a leading apparel provider in New Zealand, who deliver high-quality, cost-effective sports apparel solutions into schools. New Zealand Carbon Farming are New Zealand's leaders in carbon farming, being the reduction of emissions and production processes and increasing the sequestering of carbon in the landscape. And Whakata Māori, who are delighted to partner with the New Zealand Sports Collective and will become the new home of rangatahi sport for the next 2 years. Together, Māori Television and the New Zealand Sport Collective will use their large community and network of hero ambassadors, national sporting organisations, companies, schools and students to grow awareness and values of sport and Māori culture to all New Zealand rangatahi and their whānau. So it's fantastic from all the sponsors and how much they're giving back to the sport. We've got just under a minute here, and I've got Matt as my special guest, who is telling us everything Olympic weightlifting and making sure I say the correct things. Isn't that right, Matt?
Te tuakana tēnei te mihi nui kia koe e hoa kia koutou hoki ngā whaia ngā mātua. E tiro mai, tēnei te mihi aroha kia koutou, no mai, uki mai, kia ora. Māori TV have always been supportive of this sort of stuff, especially when it comes to rangatahi sports, eh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
With even in the CrossFit realms as well, Māori TV have always celebrated some of those physical pursuits. And even looking at the list of lifters we have today, the diversity of lifters that we have coming through in weightlifting is beautiful to see. So kia koutou, kua tautoko mai, tēnei te mihi aroha kia koutou, kia koutou Māori TV, tēnei te mihi.
Yeah, it's absolutely outstanding what we've been able to see this weekend, thanks to all of the sponsors that have been supporting the New Zealand Sport Collective, as it is New Zealand Secondary Sport Competition Week, so there's a lot of competitions across the whole country, so it's not just the Olympic weightlifting that are being broadcast across Māori television. Here we have our first clean and jerk, our hikirua, and it is Mary opening with a 45 kilo. Very nicely done.
Well done, Mary. First lift of the clean and jerk of all of our lifters, and it was a successful 45 kgs.
Yeah, it's a very strong overhead position in the jerk. Looked like she was a bit of a struggle out of the clean. Looked like she lost it a little bit forward on the shoulders.
Yeah.
But then recovered well. Strong overhead position. Game face on.
100%. Often lifters have a favourite out of the clean and the jerk. I think if it's the jerk that there's favourite, I just got to get through this clean and then I can get to the good one, the jerk.
Yep. Yeah, so it's the saving grace.
Yeah.
Almost a win to have the jerk stronger than the clean, because you know if you get the clean up,
it's money.
You've got it home.
Yep.
So we've got 48 kilos on the bar for Francis's first attempt and her hiki tuatahi, her first lift of the clean and jerk.
Solid, bring it. Well done.
Nice.
Francis with a successful 48 from Te Tairāwhiti. She's locked that one in.
It's really entertaining doing these sessions, commentating with the coaches, because you all have that tendency to be like, okay, let's throw the cues out as though you're coaching it yourself. Come on, bring the feet together.
Yeah,
you know what to do.
You got it.
Yeah. Gabby was the same earlier on when I was...
She's an amazing coach, Gabby.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
She's brought quite a few young ladies through from her school. And they did fantastic. Couple of big PBs done.
Nice. She would have been smiling ear to ear sitting here.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
She also puts a lot of work in behind the scenes as well. And this event probably would not have happened without Gabby's hard, tenacious efforts putting backstage with the logistics.
Yeah, she very modest about it too. So it's
100%.
all to the people that she delegates to. But that's what shows a good leader, right?
Hey.
Someone who delegates and spreads the load across the team.
Yep.
So we've got Michaela coming up with 50 kilos on the bar. Michaela is from Hutt Valley High School, which is located here in Te Whanganui Tara, in Lower Hutt.
Let's go. Big hook. Sit. Punch it up. Yep. Good girl.
Very nice.
Good successful lift. And in the hiki rua, the clean and jerk, there's two parts. Hiki rua, two lifts. So the first one being the clean, taking it from the ground to the shoulders. And you can see a very successful clean there. And then the second part is the jerk, taking it from the shoulders to overhead. Athlete, again, similar to the snatch, has to keep those elbows locked out with no rebend. And you have to end with your feet parallel.
So we've got 50 kilos staying on the tōpeka peka, the bar. And Mary will be coming in for her second attempt.
Lock it up. Hold that.
Kia mauta wehi Mary, beautiful successful lift.
Automatically 51 kilos going onto the bar for Mary to follow herself, unless she declares another slightly higher weight, which she has. Another 5 kilo jump. Getting 52 kilos loaded onto the bar for Francis and her second attempt.
Francis, coached by Iago, very, very lovely man out of Hastings. Good clean.
Smile there, knowing that she did a good lift on that one.
Absolutely. Happy lifter, happy coach. And she still has one left in the tank.
Yeah, good patience in the transition from the clean to the jerk.
Absolutely.
You can hear a coach in the background. Patience, hold it. Yeah.
Don't rush.
Yeah. Which can be a common downfall. But sometimes if you're too patient, you can get inside your own head.
And the whole time you're being patient, there's a bar sitting on your chest.
There's a lot of weight that you're holding there.
Absolutely.
You've got to try and breathe. Sometimes the barbell's right up against your throat.
Oh,
so, yeah.
It's not the most comfortable position.
No, it's not. So we've got Brooke coming up now for her Whakamoto Tuatahi, her first attempt. Easy power.
Good work.
Nicely stabilised.
A bit of a skip and a move, shuffle of the feet, but she showed the discipline to keep that bar overhead, keep your arms locked out, and bring your feet back together.
Yeah, so very hard when you go for a bit of a skip and hop like that to hold the overhead stability and not let yourself have a rebend.
Yeah, because that weight's pushing down and it's taking all your shoulder mobility and strength to keep it up.
You're not only fighting the bar, you're fighting gravity.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
Nah.
This is Michaela from Hutt Valley High with 55 kgs, second attempt.
Squeeze. Leg pull. Come on. Yep. That's it. On. Hold it. Good.
Nicely done.
Nice. 3 white lights. They love to see it. This will be Mary's third and final lift. From Tamaki Makoto to Kura or One Tree Hill College.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that one tree on the hill is actually not there anymore, is it?
Oh, Zero Tree Hill.
I'm pretty sure there was a one tree hill or something like that. It was an actual thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got told the tree got removed.
Oh, man.
Hold it.
Come on. Ah, good save.
All right, recover. Come on.
Take your time. Feet together.
There it is. See if the referee saw anything. Hey! Convinced 2 of the 3 that it was a successful lift.
That was
happy team.
Great poker face. That was a successful third lift as well. So 3 for 3 on the clean and jerk. Total 5 out of 6, and that's giving her a final total of 100 kilos. So that's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah.
Getting that triple figure.
Triple digits, for
Yeah.
a total. Beautiful. Well done, Mary. I'm sure she's got Wano back home watching her lift.
Got let back on that one.
Yeah. Still happy with her performance. That was 5 successful lifts of the day out of 6, so it's not a bad day in the office for Francis and her coach from Te Tairāwhiti.
Yeah, just lost that centre of gravity a bit backwards. Didn't quite get the head through. So the facials of, oh!
She knew, oops, it's not how it's supposed to feel.
Yep. At least you knew and didn't try and correct it.
Absolutely.
Safety always comes first.
This is Leah representing Avondale College with her first lift of 58 kgs.
Looks good to me. 2 out of 3 out of the referees agree.
Majority decision. Let's see what we can see with this one. Clean looked easy. And potentially that right elbow.
Yeah. There's a bit of a crash of the barbell as it came into the receive. Currently following herself with 59 kilos loaded onto the bar unless she decides to go up, which I have a feeling she will. About 2 to 3 kilo increments is the average, but there we go, 61.
Bit of a discussion between the athlete and the coach. Right, what was the red for?
The elbow. What?
My elbow was good.
Yeah, I felt good though.
Yeah.
We've got 60 kilos being loaded onto the bar now, so we're coming on to the big blue plates.
This will bring out Molly, Ngāti Awa Tupua o Wanganui, representing Te Kura o Wanganui Girls College.
So there's a bit of a battle going on for the under 15s for the first and second place. If Molly had come through with her third snatch, it would have been a little bit closer, but she can still bring it home if she has a successful clean and jerk session to take that national championship.
Be interesting to see if that hip is still affecting her in the cleanings. I guess not.
Looks good to me.
Really good. Well done, Molly.
And there is a great lift.
3 white lights and 1 epic lifting suit.
Yep, that's very cool lifting suit, eh? I want one.
Yeah, me too.
It's always cool having an animal as the representation for your club, eh?
Yeah, I saw Avondale College earlier with the giant lion on the front. I was like, oh, it's worth going to that kura just for the logo.
Yeah, 100%. We've got 60 kilos for Arabella's first attempt.
Very, very tidy.
Very convincing.
So you'd expect 3 whites for that one, and there they go.
Fist pumps all around for the girls from Avondale College.
Looking how easy she made that lift look. I think we're going to see a bit of a jump from her for the second attempt.
I would be surprised if we didn't see a 65 on her next one. So we've got 60 kilos staying on the bar for Brooke's second attempt.
Magic weightlifting powder. Nice clean.
Very solid.
Oh, good discipline shown.
Well
done.
That is some good coordination of being able to correct that with the balance.
Absolutely. Show the discipline. All I have to do is stop, get my feet back together. Oh. Stay inside the 4x4 meter platform.
Yeah. Yeah, great effort. And 2 out of 3 judges were happy with it, so she'll be happy with that one. 60 kilos staying on the bar for Michaela's third and final lift. Michaela's currently got a total of 100 kilos, so if she nails this, it'll be 105 total.
Fast elbows, come on. Big pull. Got it. Come on, punch it. Hold it.
Hard luck.
She knew as soon as she was getting into that jerk that she was going to get a red light on that with the press out.
Yep. Still locked in a successful clean and jerk of 55 kgs though, so not a bad day at the weightlifting office for Michaela.
Yeah, holding that triple figures, which is always nice to get.
Absolutely.
Nice little chalk cloud there as she walks off.
Just leave the cleaners something to do after.
Yeah, exactly. Every gym owner's favourite thing.
Oh, man. Big smile. She's got it. Hard luck, maybe thrown off a little bit by the clean and
yeah. still got another lift to come, so she'll be able to dial that one in if she wants to. She definitely has the strength there to get into that clean a little bit more tidy, and that'll give her a bit more energy for the jerk.
And she'll have a bit of a rest anyway. We've got Arabella coming up with 61 kgs.
Whether if she's going to be staying in that 61 or if she'll be, there we go, 62.
Yeah.
So, we've got Brooke at 61 now.
There's a few lifters around the 61, 62, 63 area, so there will be a few chops and changes. I suspect Brooke, and she has gone up, so this will bring out Aaliyah, bring back Aaliyah, I should say.
Question is she going to try and go a little bit more, or is she going to stay on that 61? Looks like she's getting ready to lift. Here we go. Coming in to nail it. Crowd's getting in behind her. So.
Beautiful.
She didn't look too confident with it. Going to have to work on that poker face.
Absolutely.
On that next competition.
Yeah. Convince all three.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can see what that one red was for. She goes for the jerk. Yeah, potential, possibly that right elbow. But she locked it in. She's happy. Coach in the back looked over at the screen.
Yeah.
And very big smile.
Coach was waiting going, ooh. So we've got 63 kilos loaded onto the bar now with Molly's second attempt. So will she be staying at the 63 kilos or will she be jumping to... She is going to 65. Here we go. This is where the games begin. So now will Arabella stay on 63 or will she also jump to that 65 kilos?
It's going to be an interesting few lifts for Arabella and Molly. They're both in the under 15 females over 81 category. So they're both very similar in lifts. Oh, they're both going up. Very similar in lifts and they're competing directly with each other as well, so it'll be a good day for those two.
Yeah, we've got 63 kilos staying for Brooke's third and final attempt of the Hikirua. So
Brooke's showing some amazing character and discipline to maintain that bar overhead so far.
See if she can lock it in a bit tighter. Solid clean. Didn't quite commit to that one.
No, so she unsuccessful 63, but she had previously locked in a 60, so one successful snatch, and she had a successful clean and jerk to lock in her total of 110 kilos, which is again another round number. She'll be happy with that.
Yeah. And it's currently sitting her in second place, but we still have 4 more lifters to come out on to the papa, the floor. So we'll see how that goes. We're back onto 64 kilos, which is for Arabella. And all she needs to do is, by the looks of things, stay 4 kilos ahead of Molly. This is be able to lock in the total. So
here go the games.
Yeah,
can I stay 4 kgs, or is Molly going to take a big jump with her second?
Yeah. So Molly's just needs to fully send it because she's already locked in her second place. So it's a question of, does Molly send, or does Arabella play the conservative game? Or does she send it too? Because
she's
why
still
not?
got one in the tank as well.
Exactly.
You could do this. Wait, see what Molly does, and then
decide on that.
Yeah. Nice, clean, easy. Well done.
Nice. That was quick. Straight into it. Energy efficient.
And then that puts the pressure back to Molly and her coach.
So it's going to Vesna first for her opening lift, but she's going to 70, so she's throwing it back to Molly. Bit of barbell ping pong going on here.
And we'll see what Molly and her coach does backstage, whether they stick with the 65 or they force Arabella out by moving up.
Well, looks like Molly is coming out.
She's going
for
to
the
go for it.
65 kilo. 5 kilos is quite a big jump.
Coach watching backstage nervously. Good clean. Nice jerk. Hold it together. Ooh. Drop it. Work.
That is a 3 white lights.
Very happy.
That puts her 115, now only 3 behind Arabella for the total. So
we'll see what Arabella does, and then that will put the ball back in Molly's court to see what she does.
Exactly. She definitely had more in the tank, so
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if she goes for a 67, is going to be my guess.
Still yet to see 4 athletes make their first attempt, and they are going up.
66 it was. What are we going to get from Molly?
Hey, Arabella and Molly having a nice competition backstage. I think we're going to see it increase from Molly. Yeah, there we go. The coach has asked for more.
Coach is putting it into the box.
Alright,
straight back to her. This is what we love to see.
Absolutely. You can tell the athletes backstage are laughing at each other, smiling.
Yeah. So how many times do they have the ability to change it before they have to come out to the floor, Matt?
I think they have 3 attempts, three changes. So even the use of those attempts is strategic as well.
Yeah.
All right, Bella's coming out for 67.
Decided to hold it on to the 67.
And that will put her 4 kgs ahead of Molly. And then Molly will have to send it. Good stuff. Good discipline showing. And the referees. Hard luck.
Wonder what that was.
Do you think it was putting the bar down before the down? Maybe slightly.
Maybe.
Let's have a look at this jerk. I don't see any bend in the elbows live.
There's a little bit of a rebend on that right elbow.
Yep.
Yeah, little tiny press out. So, yeah, that was a... and that's why they're the referees.
And we're sitting here talking to each other.
Trying to explain it to the people back home.
Well, one of the good things about having this championship level event for rangatahi is they get the experience of lifting on this beautiful platform with this environment. But they also get the experience of some of the best referees in the country that we have as well. So
it's amazing, isn't it?
If you can survive here, you'll survive nationals.
Yeah, 100%. And so if she wants to take the gold medal, she needs 4 kilos. So that would need a 69 kilo attempt from my understanding. No, she would need a 70 kilo attempt.
I think she's going to have to send a 70.
Or they would become equal first, which could be an option. How does that work in a podium
if
finish?
my weightlifting rule book is still right, they don't go first equal anymore, but it's the lifter that lifts that weight first. So because Bella did it first, she'll get first place. So it's trying to encourage athletes to be courageous with their picks.
So staying with the 68.
We'll see what happens.
Nicely done.
Good clean. Focus. Come on, show discipline. Get your feet. Hold. Yes. Now that was a hard fought jerk.
Yeah, big high fives back there. So that looks like it might have been a PB for Molly.
Yeah.
And that gives her a total of 118. So it does put them on an equal total. but if your rule book is correct, it'll take Alabella into the first place, which it looks like
for the total, and it looks like it has.
But that is a fantastic effort from
Absolutely.
Molly, grinding out of that clean, bringing the coach out of Matt. So now we've got 75 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Vesna to come back out for her Whakamato Tuatahi, her first attempt for the Hikirua. So we've got 4 lifters who haven't even touched the platform yet.
It's incredible to say that, after the amazing competition we've just had with those girls, and we're still to see 4 athletes.
Very similar numbers as well, so it looks like we might have another battle on our hands.
Nice work. Referees agree.
Yeah, oh, fantastic.
This will bring out Felicity from Te Aho Te Kura Pounamu for her first Hikirua of 76.
Thank you, loaders. Felicity, the clock's yours.
Vesna's already gone straight to 80. No mucking around.
Well, she looked all business with that attempt anyway. Felicity chilling backstage.
Yeah, and she's decided to open on 78 now, so that's been jumped up a little bit more. It's a strong opener.
When you're ready.
Similar thing happened in the Snatch for her first opener.
Yeah.
Might just be a bit of first lift nerves, and then
Keeping
comes
the coach
out
on
and
his toes.
smashes it. Yeah. Might just be playing games with the coach. You know.
Exactly. But she
Payback
absolutely
for-
had that one in the tank.
Yeah, definitely. I think she knows that too.
Thank you,
So
loaders.
we've got 78 kilos staying on the bar, and Felicity has 2 minutes until she needs to be back out on the floor. With Ramsey settled at 80 kilos on the bar. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a battle between these three before Jalen comes out for her first attempt with an opener of 95 kilos. So I have a feeling she's going to be gunning for the 100 kilos today in the Hikirua.
It's going to be awesome to see. And as you can see on the screen now, we've got those lifters around that 2 kg apart, so their coaches will be playing with each other.
So Felicity looks like she's staying at the 78 kilos.
She's using her clock.
Getting her head into the game, ready to roll.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier about the balance. Do you go out too early but your body's not recovered, or do you wait too long and then you get cold?
Yeah, it's a very hard one to play with. I'm pretty hot-blooded, so it's very rare for me to get cold.
Good clean.
There we go.
Well done.
That was a beautiful jerk.
She left no confusion for anyone watching that it was a good lift.
Yeah.
She knows it too. Look, the coach is like, why don't you do that the first time?
She's got 2 minutes on the clock once the bar loaders have finished loading up the bar. So the clock stops every time the bar loaders come on to the gym floor, and then she'll have 30 seconds to make a declaration of where she wants to go to. Surely after that lift, she's jumping up. She's gone to 80.
She's going up.
This is going to bring out Ramsey from college for her first.
She's definitely getting ready. Coach is strapping up. Ramsey very impressive with the snatches earlier. Ngā mihi kia koutou ngā tauira o Avondale, o te kura o Avondale, our bar loaders for today. Every single change, they're the guys and girl changing the plates on the barbell.
Thank you, loaders. 80 kilos is on the bar for you, Ramsey.
First attempt at 80 kgs. Nice discipline shown there.
A strong opening lift. Great choice by the coach.
3 white lights, and there's 2 more athletes at that 80 kg. We have Vesna and Felicity. Nice competition, and we still have yet to see Jalen, who currently has her opener at 95 kgs.
So Vesna is got her second attempt at 80 kilos. 5 kilo jump from her very strong open of 75.
Nice, clean. So good speed showing there.
Good strength in the shoulders. Little skip off the stage there. Excited with getting the 80 kilos up.
I think we're going to see a bit of a jump from Vesna for her next one.
I'd say the same with Felicity.
Yeah.
We're very surprised if she stays at 80 after that 78, because that was a strong 78.
That was a good solid lift. Yeah, she'll be going up, and I'm suspecting Ramsey will be coming out soon.
Currently sitting within 1 point of each other on their totals.
Yeah.
We've got a 149, a 150, and a 140. So
this is the time, eh? This is the stage. This is what you've trained for. It's time to send it.
So 82 kilos now being put onto the bar for Felicity. So it's Ramsey being brought up with 81 kilos on the bar. She's going 85.
The coach is keeping the bar loaders nice and warm and making sure they're doing their job.
Yeah. 81 is staying on the bar for Vesna, but that's jumping to 82. So now we have 82 kilos coming onto the bar. Awesome. So is Felicity going more?
I'm going to say yes. I'm putting yes. But again, it's a balancing point for the coach, isn't it? Is you want them to go up, and there's room to play with, but you don't want to go beyond what you think your athlete can lift. Yeah. So you've got to know their PBs, know what they lift, and then play around that number.
Yeah, and some people can PB on the platform, and some people cannot.
Yeah, but there's something about the environment, the adrenaline of this, the lights, the family watching you, that just give you a little bit more cover.
So now we've got 83 kilos going onto the bar for Felicity. So it looks like they're
here she comes.
Decided with the number. Another 5 kilo jump.
Let's go.
Technically, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is what you see. She was at the end of her strength, not her technique. So.
Yeah. Her it's just that little bit of that top end range of the squat.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get through.
Good fight. Oh.
Now, it's cool to see a fight like that.
Absolutely.
It shows that the athlete is putting everything into that last lift.
There's no confusion whether you could have put more into it. She put everything into that.
Yeah. And
good
then,
work, Felicity.
that gives her a total of 149 kilos. That was her last one for the day. So that puts her solidly into third place currently. But there is a few more lifts to come.
This is Ramsey with 85 kgs, a 5 kg jump. You wouldn't think so with that clean, beautiful clean. And a solid clean and jerk.
Nicely done.
And 3 white lights. That did not look like a 5 kg jump.
No, it did not. I have a feeling she'll be jumping up a little bit from that 86 kilos. Maybe joining Vesna at the 90 kilo mark, I believe. That would be my inclination as a coach, all about the send.
Yep, why not? You're on your 3rd attempt, or 6th, last lift of the day, one as well.
You're here competing against the best secondary schools athletes in the country.
Yep.
It's not very often you get to have this opportunity.
I think Ramsey's going to be going up again. There she goes. Coach has signalled more.
87 on the bar.
I don't think we're going to stop there either.
Might be at 89.
Ramsey and Vesna having a good competition between each other. And still yet to see Jalen from Epsom Girls Grammar and Tamaki Makoto, who has a 95 currently for her first attempt at the Hikirua.
We have another increase.
Any thoughts? What's going in through the athlete's mind backstage?
Well, it's definitely one of those ones where she's had a very successful session. She was very stoked with her 85 kilos, so I think this might be like the cherry on the top sort of thing. So she's just trying to get a bit calm. She's feeling confident if she's going for an 89 and potentially could go one more up and go up into the 90. So it might just be one of those cases where they're just trying to calm themselves before they ramp up to get out onto the floor. As a coach, how would you be approaching this situation?
Well, we kind of leave these ones for PB times as well. It's when you want to compete with your competitor, but it's also time to push your limits as well, because you will never have an environment like this within your training gym. How often do you have mum and dad watching you? Everyone at home off kata Māori tuning in. You got nan, koro, uncle. The adrenaline at a platform like this is unrivaled. This is the time when literally full send.
Yeah, and that's what we like to see is the audience as well. So they've both decided that they're going to be attempting 90 kilos for their 3rd and final lifts of the day for the Hikirua. Here we have is Vesna coming out.
Good clean. Beautiful clean and just slightly lost it there on the jerk.
Yeah, it looked like she was suffering, trying to get the air in a little bit.
But such an impressive showing from Vesna.
Bar right up on the throat.
Yeah, I know. It's not a very comfortable spot to put the bar, is it?
No.
You see there, she's... Potentially a little bit of timing there with the dip of the jerk as well.
Sometimes it can just be quite scary to commit to going on to 90 kilos.
Because it is 90 kilograms.
Sometimes it's nothing to do with the technique, and it's purely just to do with the fact that it's heavy.
Yep.
There's Ramsey's 3rd and final attempt at 90 kilos.
Nice fight. So discipline, good work.
And putting it back inside the 4x4. And it is 3 white lights.
Yep.
That locked her in for
happy.
Guaranteed second place, and depending on how Jalen goes, could potentially get her a first place finish, all depending on what happens here in the next 3 lifts. So current rankings is Ramsey sitting in first place, Vesna sitting in, by the looks of it, third place, and we have Felicity sitting in second. So quite a bit of a battle between the 3 of them for those podium placings. She's opening on a higher amount, 98 kilos.
Wow, wow.
She's confident.
She looks it too. Looking at her, you wouldn't think she's nervous or there's any anxiety. It's just another day at the office for Jalen.
And this is one of the cool things. Currently, she's unopposed in the clean and jerk. She doesn't need to go out there and lift heavy to get the championship title, but she's going out there because she wants to show the world.
She's asked for a ton.
Let's go. 100 kilos.
What an awesome athlete.
She's done 100 kilos before, so she's confident she can do it again.
Here she goes, big smiles. This is our final lifter for this session, and it's her first attempt at clean and jerk hikirua. Her whānau and coach is watching backstage. Good work.
Good save.
Wow. Ooh.
Something didn't quite work there. Ooh, looks like she didn't
Tight wrist or
something to
something.
do with the wrist, yeah.
Definitely had it in the tank. Let's watch this. That right wrist. Yeah. Didn't like that, did she?
No. Can't tell if it was from the clean catch or if it was from when she received. But, held that hand up like a...
Still smiling backstage. Coach doesn't look flustered. They both know she's got it.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely... a little bit unbalanced on the clean as she came out, but she recovered nicely from that.
Yep. It makes a big difference, the clean to the clean and jerk. If you have a good day at the office with the clean, you don't, it's all gravy from here.
Yeah.
But if that clean is a bit of a fight and you have to grind your way through it, it sets you up for a hard day with the jerk.
Especially if the clean feels heavy. It's one of those ones where you go, oh, that was really heavy. Now I have to put it above my head.
Yeah, if your legs were fatigued getting it up, you're like, oh, bugger, now my arms have to...
yeah. The smaller muscles in my body. When I have these conversations out loud, I realise how crazy we must sound to the average person.
Absolutely.
Like, they go, sorry, what, you put how much above your head? Like,
yep. Oh, she's going up, 101.
Here we go.
Extremely confident.
She knows she's got it.
Yeah.
And I think the rest of the crowd here knows that she's got it.
What an awesome... Because this is our last lifter of the last session.
Yeah.
And she's putting on an absolute show.
Yeah. Be rude not to.
Absolutely. You have to finish us like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep everybody on their toes. If she went 3 for 3, it would have been too boring for us.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want to fall asleep.
Yeah, she was just doing it for the viewership, for the ratings. Here we go. Amping up. She's got about 37 seconds left on the clock.
Jalen's definitely a name to remember and an athlete to watch for future New Zealand teams.
Here we go. 30-second buzzer just went before. As long as she lifts before the clock runs out. 15 seconds.
That looked much easier. Well done, Jalen.
judges, a little bit of deliberating.
The judges love it.
Three white lights.
Well
That locks her in a total of 183 kilos, putting her into first place. So she just won the female over 81 National Aotearoa Championship.
Well, she's locked that in. She's got an 82 for the snatch, and so far 101 clean and jerk. Let's see what she does now. And based on our conversation before, I think she's going full send.
Yeah.
I think she's going PB town.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly. There we go. Absolutely nailed it on the clean. Like, that was just so much smoother than the
difference,
first one.
Yeah. It was 1 kg heavier. It looked 20 kgs lighter.
Yeah. Just flew up out of the bottom.
Yep.
So while we're waiting for the clock to run down, I just want to do a quick shout out to the sponsors, Caltex, who want to bring feel-good moments to communities, which is why they're proud to partner with the New Zealand Sport Collective. Together, Caltex and the New Zealand Sport Collective aim to increase participation in the wide range of sports available to the secondary school students, from curling to rugby sevens, diving to basketball, and everything in between. Pure Athletic are a leading apparel provider in New Zealand who deliver high-quality, cost-effective sports apparel solutions into schools. New Zealand Carbon Farming are New Zealand's leaders in carbon farming, being the reduction of emissions in production processes and increasing the sequestering of carbon in the landscape. New Zealand Carbon Farming Partnership will focus on directly supporting the communities in which their operations are focused. And of course, Whakata Māori, who are delighted to partner with the New Zealand Sports Collective and become the new home of rangatahi sport for the next 2 years. And it's such an awesome thing for these young athletes to be able to have their sport being broadcast on a nationwide broadcast.
Absolutely. And I reflect back to when I was at high school as well, and strength sports kind of been the domain of rugby players. But now with the support of Whakata Māori and platforms like everyone watching at home now, we get more access to the sport. There's wahine somewhere at home, little girls watching Jalen lift right now thinking,
I want to be like her.
I can do that too.
I can lift 106 kilos, which is currently on the bar above my head.
106.
That is a lot of potatoes. 34 seconds on the clock for the third and final lift, and the last lift of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships. Let's go, Jalen.
Oh, wow. Another easy looking clean.
Almost touched the ground with their knee.
Wow, it was an overhead walking lunge.
Yeah.
Good work, Jalen. Absolutely amazing lift there. What a way to finish the session.
Yeah, and just a massive celebration for her, even though she didn't get. So I'm wondering if that 106 was potentially a PB
attempt. Yeah.
But she
what a smile! The coach is smiling.
Just cracking up. So that is a fantastic finish to the Group Session 6 of the Women's 81 Plus at the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships here in Porirua at the Porirua Barbell Club. Massive thank you to the Porirua Barbell Club for hosting this session and letting the Secondary School Championships use this amazing wharanui.
No, tautoko.
Yeah, and thank you to you, Matt, for coming along and jumping in and assisting with the commentating today in this last session. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here.
Mauri ore ki a koe te tuakana, tēnei te mihi ora ki a koutou, kua tiro mai, ki a koutou hoki te tauira, ngā toa o te papa, tēnei te mihi aroha ki a koutou hoki. So hey, thanks for the for the company.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's been a pleasure, and it's been an absolutely whirlwind of a weekend. My name is Devon Glover, and I have been the commentator for the weekend here on Whakata Māori, and I look forward to seeing a whole bunch of you listeners at home coming in and trying out the sport of weightlifting. And if you want to know how to get into the sport of hikimaitai weightlifting here in New Zealand, all you need to do is jump on to Olympic, I think it's weightlifting.nz, isn't it? .co.nz?
Weightlifting New Zealand, that's
yeah,
right.
Weightlifting New Zealand. Jump on, you'll find a local club near you. And other than that, thanks again to our sponsors, Caltex, Pure Athletic, New Zealand Carbon Farming, and Whakata Māori. And mate wa, see you next time. Have a good night.
Mauri ora.